Welcome to Karma's a Stitch. I'm Tanya. I believe this is episode 71. It is May 1st of 2024. It's Wednesday morning, and if you are new here, welcome. And if you're returning, then you will know Wednesday mornings I go volunteer at my yarn shop, my local yarn shop. And you will also know that this year I have been rolling a dice app on my iPad to decide what whips I'm gonna work on. So last Wednesday I rolled the dice and I rolled my Rose City Rollers socks, which I finished. Now in this project bag, I had my Rose City Rollers. And if you recall, I had one sock completed. Okay, I had one sock completed, and I had finished the gussets, the heel flap and gusset, and all I had to do was the foot and toe. And I'm sorry if you hear chirping. That's one I can't turn down right now, but we can talk about that later. So I had done the heel flap and gusset on the second sock, and all I had to do was the foot and the toe. This pattern does give you two different toe options, a square toe or a rounded toe. I did opt for the rounded toe. It fits me great. The yarn that I used was from my Lofty Loops Advent calendar last year. And this one was called Cozy Cabin. It was fingering weight, 163 yards per 100 grams. And I will weigh these to see how much yardage I used, if you're interested. That'll be at the end of the video. Now, in this project bag, I also started, because I wanted to do a matching pair of these socks for my daughter, and just so that I could put it back on the whip wall, I did cast that on, but that's all I did. I just cast on one sock, and I'm gonna put this project bag back on the whip wall so that if I roll it again, when I roll it again, I can work on this sock for my daughter, Alex. These socks I did with a US 1. Yep, I did it with a US 1, my Knitter's Pride Dreams DPNs. And I love working with DPNs. It's one of my favorite ways to knit. So I finished that. It is an FO, but I am gonna put it back on my whip wall. If you're new here, you'll see what I'm talking about with the whip wall shortly. But I had these finished pretty early on in the week. But as folks know that have been here, I've been moving, and I had a home that I was trying to empty out and move into this home. And I was getting that place all cleaned up for the next people that are gonna live there. And I had to do a walkthrough with that landlord yesterday. And so I wanted to do a really good job. And we did the walkthrough and everything went great, but that took a lot of my time this week. And we had local yarn shop day Saturday. You're gonna hear a little extra information right now. So if you don't want to, feel free to hit the arrow to fast forward. Local yarn shop day was this last Saturday, and I got to go into the yarn shop on Friday night and made sure that Erica was keeping to task and getting her stuff ready. She wanted to be setting up. She had a few favorite items, a few special items that she wanted to get out. So she really wanted to get the shop set up special. So I went in briefly on Friday night, and then Saturday morning I got there early, and one of the employees had said one of the perks of working at a yarn shop is you get to see all of the things first. And I have to say, even not as an employee, but as a volunteer, stuff gets there and you open the boxes and you get to see first. And there has been one skein of yarn that came out of the box and never made it to the shelf. It immediately went into my project bag. I carried it around, squishing it and sniffing it for quite some time until I found just the right project. But that came out of a box and never onto the shelf. Now, we had some Atenti bags. And if you're not familiar with Atenti, it's Atenti. And Erica had gotten some of those in. So Saturday morning, a couple of the employees had seen some of these Atenti bags, and they did the same thing. They were like, nope, this one is mine. And I mean, they just put it in the back. They're gonna pay for it, but it's going home with them. I had two. I had two Atenti bags that I really, really loved. And I was like, I'm just gonna leave them on the shelf. If they're still there at the end of the day, then I'll get one. But if they're not there at the end of the day, I just wasn't meant to have them. Either one. I wasn't gonna get both. At no point in time was I ever gonna get both. I was gonna get one. But I had two options. And within a very short amount of time of the doors being unlocked, very short time, I was doing a walk around and I noticed that my first choice bag was gone. And that's when it hit me. I really did care if I ended up with that bag. And I went to the register and I asked the ladies at the register, I said, who rang up my bag? Which one of you sold my bag to somebody else? Because they all knew that that was the one that I liked. And they were both just like, no, it must be still walking around the shop with somebody, because the shop was busy. There was a line down the sidewalk when we unlocked the doors. And as I looked around, I was gonna walk around and see who it was that had snagged my favorite bag. I saw my second favorite bag with this very lovely lady. Wendy, you chose nicely. Very good choice. If you watch, I don't think she does. So my second choice was gone and I couldn't find my first choice. And I was like, I was trying to get okay with the fact that this bag had walked out the door with somebody and not me. And a little bit later, Kimber, who I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about, she works at the yarn shop. She is expecting her first baby. And this is her last week in the shop. And she came up to me and she said, I rang Nancy up for your bag. And I'm like, do you think Nancy's still in the parking lot? Because if she hasn't gotten far, there's still a chance. I needed to know where Nancy was with the bag. But Nancy had already left. The bag was gone. Wendy was checking out with my second choice bag. So that was my Saturday, busy at the yarn shop. And I was working on a baby project, a baby gift project for Kimber's baby shower, which I helped put together on Sunday. So that was another full day event. No knitting Sunday, because we had this amazing baby shower and lots of people and lots of gifts. Kimber was just showered by love and just this amazing giving community. And as she was opening presents, she pulled out, she was like, okay, you guys, thanks for all the presents. I know I still have a few more to open, but I do have a gift for Erica and Tanya, who helped put this baby shower together. And I opened up the gift from Kimber, and it was my first choice Atenti bag. She had taken it off the shelf first thing and stashed it in the back and purchased it for me and gave it to me as a gift for helping with her baby shower. And I was so touched. It was just such an incredibly thoughtful thing to do. So This is how you spell it. They are out of Portland, Oregon. A Tenty. And you know, if you just go to their website and just read their story, they're a mother-daughter team. The mother started the company about 30 years ago when she was pregnant with her daughter. So her daughter has grown up in this shop. Their bags are all uniquely individual. So here is my bag. It's got a little pocket. Look how happy he looks. But then on this side, he looks quite smug. He's very pleased with himself. But isn't this just beautiful? So there's no way for me to show you how soft and pliable and flexible this bag is. But look at this. It folds down, it works up just like a bucket bag. I'm in love with this project bag. So Kimber, if you're watching, thank you. Inside this bag is a surprise cast on that you guys have not seen. I just started it last week. It is a gift for Kimber and her new baby. And it is a baby blanket that I have done with the pressed flowers chart. And there was another girl in the shop who was making a baby blanket for herself with this pattern. And I said, oh, wow, that's absolutely stunning. Would you mind if I made one similar for Kimber's baby? And she was like, oh, not at all. So Kimber is having a girl. I just finished this last night, so I will block it. I'll include some pictures of it blocked because I am going to give this to Kimber. And the ends will be woven, I promise. But here is I can't tell if you can see it, but isn't that beautiful? I love it. I love it so much. So you can see up here the fade of the yarn, and I will talk about the yarn that I did. I did just use the chart from the pressed flowers cardigan that I'm doing. Oh gosh, it's just so pretty. And it's so soft. So what I did was I used a US 9 needle, which is 5.5 millimeters. So it was a big needle. And I used Juniper Moon Cumulus Rainbow for the colors of the flowers. So that just did its own color change. But if you see up here, it was turning red and it was kind of blending in with that pink a little bit more than I wanted, but I knew that that was a possibility. So I decided to end it before I added more of the red. So I didn't use all of that skein. And then the second color, the background, the pink color here, the main color. This is my second skein. This is how much I have. I will be weighing this at the end of the video, so if you're interested. I bought 2 of these, and this is the Juniper Moon Cumulus, and this colorway is Hollyhock. And these are 94% cotton, 6% nylon, 251 yards per 100 grams. And like I said, I have this much left of the second skein. So there is my second FO for the week. And I could not be happier. I will block it out. It's gonna stretch quite a bit when I block it, but yes. So if you look at it is a paid for pattern, so I don't want to talk too much about the pattern, but if you do, if you're interested in making a blanket, the pattern repeat if you take a look, is so many numbers, set stitches. I added 5 for each side so I could have this border, which I love this border. And I did an extra 5 rows on the top. I did 6 rows on the top and 5 rows when I cast on of just garter stitch. So there you have it, my second FO of the week. Woohoo! And now I'm gonna go roll the dice. I'm gonna roll the dice and see what we're gonna work on this week. Okay, so here's the whip wall. I've got my socks right back down, or Alex's Rose City Rollers right back down there. We've got cubbies 1 through 6, 7. Oh, hello, Cinder. Get on your bed. Get on your bed. Good girl. I'm sorry, 6 through 12. I did it correctly. 13, 14, 15 is where my socks came from last week. So I've got 13 through 18. Now, let's roll the dice. I don't have any apps open right now. So we'll open the dice app and we'll roll it. 8, 2. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and project 2. So let's go see what's in here. Okay, let's see what's in here. I think this is one that I just cast on at our cast on party, but I don't remember which one it was. Now I remember. This is the Leah bag by Ursula McGrath, and I was making 2 different weights for this one. That's as far as I got. I had done the bottom base of each one. So this will be hopefully a quick project. I could have another FO this week, you guys. So I am using Coastal Fine Queensland Collection Coastal Cotton Fine Ocean Mist. It is 100% cotton. I'm using a size 5 for the DK weight and a size 3, a US 3 for the fine weight, because I am making 2 different bags. But sorry, it's black and white, but there's a picture of it. And there is a bit of a stitch pattern. Nice little handle. And with cotton, it'll be pretty sturdy, but it is gonna stretch a bit. So I'm making these for Alex and her friend to have matching bags. So with that, I have a project to work on at the yarn shop today. So I'm gonna get going. The rest of the video will, oh, I was gonna show you the chirping noise. I'll be right back. Okay. So last week we had gotten 2 olive eggers, which I will show you in a moment, but we were waiting for, oh, it's okay, sweetheart, it's okay. We were waiting for 4 black Australorp chickens. So here's a little face. There he is, there she is. Look at how little, and they are getting some feathers on their wings. But these Australorps have just been so fantastic, and they don't mind being handled, which is something that we've been trying to do every day, several times with each bird, so that they can get used to that and they're used to being handled, because that is the goal. This will be something that Alex and Anthony get to do together. I may put in a couple of pictures of Anthony, But I'll go get, this was one, like I said, this is one of the black Australorps. And I will go get one of the olive acres. Okay, so we got 2 olive acres, and these guys are a couple days older than the Australorps. So they have, oh, come on, sweetheart. They have a bit more feathering on their feathers. They're a bit bigger. Who do you see in there? But yeah, absolutely. I can't turn that way very well. So we're pretty excited, but they will be in the house. They have to be in the house for about 6 weeks until they're fully feathered. And then they can go outside in the coop that we had built for them. But yeah, they're very sweet. We've really enjoyed them. It's funny to look at her in the camera, because on my side, her eye is closed. She's fallen to sleep. What do you see, Missy? Their little toes. So yeah, that's the chirping in my videos these days, guys. We've got 6 baby chickens, and they have to be in the house for about 6 weeks. So that's all I got for you today. I hope everybody's doing great, and I'm gonna work on these 2 Leah bags, and we'll see how I do this week. All right, we'll see you later. Bye. Okay, so it's Thursday afternoon, evening, and I'm gonna show you my progress, and then I'm gonna edit this and get it uploaded. So this is how far, since I rolled the dice, this is how far I've gotten on the DK bag. Oh, look at that. So with the DK, that's all I have left right now, but I did get 2 skeins of this cotton. With the fingering, the fine one, the finer weight. That's how far I've gotten. So I did have some time in a waiting room today. So I got to work on it quite a bit today. And I went on a field trip with Alex and her class to it's called the Birds of Prey. And they have a bunch of raptor birds. And we got to see some pretty amazing animals. I'll see if I got any photos that don't have kids in them that I can include here if you're interested. But after that, I did have several hours waiting in a federal government office waiting area, which never bothers me. I put on my earbuds and I listen to an audiobook and I get to knit. So, I think that's it, you guys. I'm pretty excited. I do feel pretty good about my progress. These bags are going to be so cute. I think the girls are really going to like them. So I will see you guys next time. Bye. I did want to mention that I am working on both of these simultaneously. So I did 20 rows on the DK. Let's see where my stitch marker is. Right here. So I did 20 rows of this one in the DK weight, and then I did 20 rows in the fine cotton. I thought my stitch markers were right here. I just did the 20 rows of this one. And then I put this one down and I'm back on the DK one and I'm adding another 20 rows to this. That way both of them are growing at the same pace and I don't finish a whole bag and they'll be like, oh my gosh, I have to start that process all over. So I am doing them incrementally so that they're staying close to the same progress stage. I'm hoping that helps me not procrastinate casting on the second one was my hope. So there you go, for real, that's all this time. this was my second skein of this cumulus. I've got 72 grams left. So of the Juniper Moon, grams used of the first skein, I used 100 grams of the first one. And of the second one, I have 72 grams left. So I'll change that to 72. This is 0. And then here is the rainbow one, which I only have a little bit left. That is 10 grams left. So let's see. So the grams left, I'll change that to 10, which means I used 90. And there's my yardage. And I'll make these blue. There we go. I've already got my date in there. This is my total so far this year.